Welcome back to Kababayan Today. We are celebrating Filipina American Women's Month, and what better way to do that than to get to know Cynthia Parulan Colfer. She's a superintendent of La Puente, the district, and we want to find out what are the steps to achieving one's dreams here in America as a Filipina. Let's find out from the first ever, not only Filipino but Filipina United School District Superintendent in Southern California, representing La Puente Unified School District. So what does it take? How do you get to the top? Because as we know, I mean, it's not overnight.
No.
Right? It takes a lot of time, dedication, hard work. But what would you say as a Filipina American, what does it take?
It takes what you have inside, and all of us have it as Filipinos, that heart. You see where your mom has gone, and you want to make sure that you are a little bit better because they want you to be better. So it took us it took about 5 years. I was a teacher, and then became a teacher leader. I was mentoring teachers, and then they asked me to be out of the classroom to train other teachers, and then became an assistant principal, and then a principal, and then an assistant superintendent, a deputy superintendent, and then finally superintendent.
So really climbing up the ladder.
A big ladder.
Yes, a very, very big ladder. That seems like a very long feat, but you're still so very young. So what is it? I mean, I'm sure you come across challenges in this profession. What are the biggest challenges for you as a Filipina American?
I think two things. Just being a woman is a challenge in itself in terms of, and of course Filipinas are not that big. So I remember when I was a principal, I was at the high school and they were trying to sweep me in the tardies because they thought I was one of the kids. So I always wore my keys around my neck to make sure that everybody understood. No, I'm an employee here.
I'm the principal.
I'm not the student. So, but you know, sometimes we look a little bit more youthful, and so they just assume that they know more than you. So, and I think part of also the way we work as in our culture is that we're a little mahinhin.
Oo, mahinhin tayo, hindi tayo nagsasalita, we don't want to rock the boat. We definitely don't like confrontations, right? But I'm sure you've had to overcome this for your job.
And so you have to grow that inside you to understand that you're not a bad person when you say no. There's a good way to say no, and the characteristics that we have as Filipinas, you know, we never say, go take out the trash. We say, don't you think it's a good idea to take out the trash? That question. Use those skills to sort of create a level of respect that others have for you, but stay true to yourselves. Be who you are.
Okay, wow, that's amazing advice. Let's talk about the Filipino Americans that are part of your district. Do you have teachers? Do you have students that are also Filipino American? And what do you see in them that you hope one day to really, you know, blossom and nurture?
Well, one of the neat things is that when I came here at 7, my first teacher was Mrs. Suarez. Miss Edna Angako first, and then Mrs. Suarez. So Miss Angako's daughter is actually a teacher in our school district, and I was so excited when I saw her at one of the schools because her mother made my first year in school here, yung nag-aaral ka ng English, hindi mo alam kung ano dapat mo gagawin sa classroom, she made it easy for me.
Yes, and it starts off with that one teacher during your formative years that really pique your interest in education. It's so important that you have that one teacher that really believes in you. And now, the daughter is your teacher.
Yeah. So
is your teacher in your district.
Right. So she introduced herself, and I was so excited. And I think that's the important thing, as we as Filipinos, we need to find each other inside our fields, whatever field that you're in, and mentor someone. Mentor someone younger. Help them see that they have the capability to do more things and bigger things and better things than you. That's what my mom did for me, so that's what I think I need to do for others.
Well, that's why we are celebrating you today, because of your knowledge and what you're doing not only for the Filipino community, but for your entire school district. Now, for people that don't understand ano ba ang superintendent? Ano ba yung trabaho ng isang superintendent? Day in and day out. What fills your days?
A lot. So you work for your school board, and so they are elected officials, and so they have to listen to the community, and they hire you, and then you have to oversee all of the schools, and you have responsibility to make sure that the curriculum is done, that you do professional development, you negotiate, and you have plans for the unions, because of course you're negotiating for people's salaries, they're all in unions, and then you have to have the budget. You write grants to make sure they have extra things coming in. There's, it's like, it's really running a business, but the business is to create students that are college and career ready and will be successful.
Wow, okay, I have to clap to that. Wow, that is a big job. And the fact that you're doing it successfully is something that we really, one day, everyone can aspire to do because you've done it. So that's amazing for our community. Magbabalik kami here on Kababayan Today. Kasama pa rin natin si Cynthia Parulan Colfer.